Hello, I am Jacob Ashibi, an experienced forex trader. Over time, I have received a number of similar questions asking if large stop losses are bad for traders. And my simple answer is no. The fact is that if you fully understand money management as it concerns risk profiling and calculation of your lot size per individual trade, you will not lose more than your predetermined risk on every single trade, regardless of whether that trade is coming from the monthly, the weekly, daily, medium term, or even the intraday time frames. Okay. All right. One common mistake traders do is that they do not calculate the appropriate lot size suitable for trading a particular setup on their account, either by way of ignorance or negligence. So they gamble any figure of lot size which might be too much for their account to handle. If you want to remain profitable, then you must understand the fundamental principle that the distance between your entry to your stop loss should determine the lot size you should trade on your account, and not the other way around. Okay. Quite often you see traders take a trade and then they look at their lot sizes, feeling it's too big, then they determine their stop loss. That is totally wrong. What you want to do is to predetermine your stop loss value before determining the appropriate lot size suitable for that particular trade. Okay. Well, today we are going to be learning how to calculate the best lot size suitable for any particular trade setup that we have found on the charts, regardless whether if that trading setup is coming from the long term, that's the monthly, weekly, daily, or the medium term, the 4 hours time frame, or even the intraday time frames, the 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes time frame. We are going to be learning how to calculate the best lot size suitable on every particular setup. Okay, so at this point I am assuming that you have a rock solid trading strategy that helps you identify setups with clear entry, stop loss, and profit taking parameters. If you don't, consider having one a priority for your trading career, because trading based on your personal emotions or feelings is the last thing you want to do. Okay. All right, let's get going. Okay, I personally used a simple lot size calculator to determine my risk profile and what lot size I should be trading on a particular setup. Okay, this is the custom coded lot size calculator that I use. Obviously it is the most simple one I have seen for all that I have tried. This is the most simple lot size calculator that I use in my chart. Okay, as you can see, the parameters are quite simple. You have just two values here, the stop loss and your risk percent. For the stop loss value here, what you simply need to impute is the value of your entry to your stop loss level. Okay, you want to know how many pips or the difference between your entry to your stop loss, okay, in pips. Once you know that difference, that is what you are going to pump into this section of the chart. And of course, under the risk percent, how many percent do you want to risk on that trade? Okay, for me, I am constant, or maximum for me is 3%, except if I do not have confidence in that setup, then I try to step down to 2%. Okay, I don't exceed 3% in all of my trades. Okay. All right, so what you need to do, what I usually do, of course, is that in the input section, I determine the value in pips from my entry to my stop loss, and then what percentage of risk do I need to take on this particular trade. Okay, All right, so that is simply all that I do. So for instance, let's take out the indicator for now. Okay, for instance, in this chart, let's assume that your trading strategy gives you a signal here to take a buy trade at this particular level. Okay, at this particular level, actually let me try to extend this chart so you can see clearly. The 1.1466 level, that is where your trading strategy is calling for a buy entry. Okay, and of course your trading strategy should also give you a sell a stop loss level. Okay, let's assume that your stop loss level is somewhere around in here. That is the 1.14330 level. Okay, so this is your entry and this is your stop loss. All right, so you want to determine what lot size will be appropriate for this trade. Okay, you don't just want to blindly taking a trade with any type of lot size. You don't want to do that. Okay, once you have the trading strategy in place that shows you the setup, the entry and the stop loss, well, what I personally do is to drag in first to determine the distance from my stop loss to my entry. Okay, I try to determine the distance in pips. Just make a rough estimate. Okay, you must not be accurate in pips. All right. Well, I am not very good at trying to calculate that using the mathematical formula. I simply pick my tool. Okay, let me just try to show you that. I pick the crosshair tool to determine that. Okay, what do? I place the crosshair tool around my entry point and drag it all the way to my stop loss level. Okay, I simply determine the value in terms of pips by looking at the first two digits. All right, the first two digits, as you can see in that circle, 33 pips. That is what I have in there. That is the difference from my entry to my stop loss. 33 pips. You always want to ignore the last digit. Okay, so now that I have known that my from my entry to my stop loss is 33 pips, what do? I need to fire in my indicator, the lot size calculator, to now key in my details. All right, so stop loss 33 pips. 33. What percentage of risk do I want to take on this trade? Like I said, if it's a high quality setup, I keep it at 3, and if it's a low quality setup, I keep it at 2. Okay, so once I have keyed in those details, and that is all, I simply click on OK. Just click on OK. The required lot size for this trade at the top left corner of your screen, right there. Okay, those are the details that indicator will give you. Stop loss 33 pips, risk, I am risking 3%, and this is the recommended stop loss. All right, 4.30 lot is what I should be using on this trade. The indicator takes into consideration your account size and your risk profile. Okay, it automatically determines your account size and your the risk profile that you have imputed into it to give you this lot size. Okay, all right, so that is that, as simple as that. So on this trade, I will simply be taking a buy entry. All right, a buy entry for how many lots? 4.3 lot. That is what I will be clicking on this trade. Okay, once I do that, I will not be losing. Should this trade go against me, I will not be losing more than 3% of my account. All right, I will not lose more than 3% on my account. And one thing you want to try to avoid is shifting your stop loss. As price turns around you, no trade is perfect. All trades have their degree of risk. As price in case it's a losing trade and price is turning around to hit your stop loss, you don't want to extend, you don't want to shift that stop loss. Okay, you don't want to shift that stop loss. If you do that, you will be extending the risk that you will be losing in this trade. Instead of 3%, you may now be losing up to 6%. That is just too much. So you must always respect your trading strategy. If your trading strategy calls for the stop loss at that level and it wants to be hit, well, simply let price hit your stop loss, take you out of that trade. You have only lost 3%. In other trades, you can easily make your 3% back. Okay, the good thing is that you are still in the market and you will keep searching for trading opportunities. Okay, all right, what if the stop loss is a bit closer? What if the stop loss is a bit closer? Let us try to adjust the screen so you can see. Well, let's assume the stop loss is somewhere around in here. Okay, that's what your system strategy has called for. Well, you need to take your crosshair tool from the entry. Anyway, you can equally start from the stop loss, the proposed stop loss level to the proposed entry level, and take the first two figures. That's 15 pips. All right, 15 pips, and simply edit this indicator. Right, click on your chart, go to the indicators section, click on it, edit it, enter 15 pips. And if you are leaving your risk profile at 3%, that's still okay, depending on the quality of the setup. Then click on OK. All right, so you will see that the indicator, because your stop loss is small, the indicator will pump up your lot size, so you are still risking 3%. Okay, you see how this works? This is a fantastic trading tool that I use myself. Okay, so from a lower lot size, the indicator is asking you to take a higher lot size, so you can also risk 3% on this trade. If price turns around and hit your stop loss, you will not lose more than 3% on this trade. If price goes in your direction and you are trading this lot size, you will be making bumper profits. Okay, in the other hand, let's assume that you are not using this indicator at all. Okay, and you have a trading setup, not really this indicator. Let's say you are not calculating your lot size and you have a trading setup that gives you this signal. Okay, and instead of using that 9 lot size, you decide to use 2 lot, and you think you are risking 3% of your trade, and price moves in your direction. Instead of making let's say $1,500, you are now making $200. Well, you have only ended up shortchanging yourself. Instead of making this, you are making this. That is a bad idea. Okay, and that is why it is always good to calculate your risk, your lot size on every single trade. Okay, well, this is quite easy, and this is what I use myself on daily basis, because it is in the chart here. What I do is to simply edit based on the stop loss to entry value and determine what lot size I am to trade on that particular setup. Okay, well, this is basically all. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope somebody has learned something from here. If you enjoyed this video, simply click on the like button or subscribe to my YouTube channel so you keep having some amazing videos coming your way. I'll be talking to you again much later. Cheers and bye bye.